You are now tuned into the Cut Game radio show hosted by Groom City.
What's going on in this Groom City? And y'all now tuned in to the
Cut Game
radio show, #1 podcast for your hair needs. Right now, this is the first episode of season 2. Man, season 1 was dope, amazing. But right now, we have to switch up the setup a little bit because we about to have multiple guests on season 2. But like today, we got Mathis, my boy Mathis, chilling in with us today. And from season 1, actually episode 2, we got Bj Kutz in the building.
Bj
Kutz, man.
Standing champion.
Now, if y'all not familiar with the second episode that we actually did, I want y'all to check it out because today we already got to know Bj Kutz. So today we just gonna chop up some good cut game on the Cut Game radio show.
Let's do it.
So what's up, family?
What's going on, man?
Season 2, baby.
Season 2 is in full effect.
Tone, what's going on? You got something?
You know how
we
we
on us
live
real quick.
Oh man, we just I'm living good, man. We on this high octane,
High octane.
This is season 2. You know what I mean? We done put in some work, and now we moving on to bigger and better things. So
Man, we put in major work. Hey, Exotics Hair Battle Tour, man. What's up with you?
Amazing.
tell me about that. How was
man.
that?
Hey, we was out there putting in work, man. We was really on our journalism. We was really on our broadcast tip. Matt was putting it down.
Yeah, because usually we go to Vegas, we party, we having fun. We went out there working,
I was working.
and it was still a beautiful thing, man.
That's what's up.
Surrounded by some of the dopest barbers in the nation, man. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Exotics.
Curtis Smith, what up with it? Hey, so what's up, man? What's your take, man? You was on the second episode that we ever did, man. What's up, man? Give us a little feedback.
Salute to the Cut Game radio show, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. I've seen the progression episode by episode. And ever since I've been on it, I've been tuning in like crazy. You already know.
That's what's up,
I
man.
see the growth, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just got to keep it moving, you know what I mean?
Nah, definitely.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I know you probably remember the conversation that you had, especially since it's documented.
Oh, yeah.
Documentation is better than conversation, but here we was documenting conversation. So you getting it double times,
Yeah.
So since our last conversation was documented, I know you go back and like, man, there's some things you missed out, some things you
Right.
probably wanted to expound on.
Right,
So man,
right.
here's your chance. We got the
Man.
you got the stage right now.
Man, we just out here living this barber life, man. It's a great life,
Yeah.
I love what I do. Salute to all the barbers that are in the industry, that are doing their thing, young and old, especially the OGs. And, we just got to keep it moving.
So what's up, man? You ain't got no information you want to get, what I'm saying, share with the people.
Definitely. Like right now, I know y'all looking forward to that Mayweather fight.
Hey,
That
all
Mayweather
day.
versus McGregor fight. We got to see that.
All day.
Yeah,
all day.
man. I was blessed to be able to meet Mayweather and do a couple services for him. Shout out to his barber, Iced Out Barber, out in Vegas.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
man.
We interviewed her.
Yeah,
y'all ran into.
we interviewed her on the Cut Game.
Yeah.
And,
Shout out Iced Out Barber.
Yeah. So is that how you got the plug? Iced Out reached out to you?
Iced Out. I actually have never spoken to Iced Out Barber. I just know that that's his personal barber. Iced Out Barber, she's been working with him. I think they're like really good friends. They've been working together for a long time. I got a homegirl that knows Floyd, and she connected me to him, and I was able to do a house call for him. And he came to my private studio before, like when I first got my private studio. Like I'm talking about, I ain't had no furniture, I ain't have no TV or nothing. And he came through, and he was giving me compliments about it. He was like, "Yo, this is nice." And I'm like, "Damn, is he just saying that, or does he really feel this way?" But it was cool, you know what I mean? Like you already know the money man. You already know how he did me. He blessed me for sure.
Oh,
so,
for real?
Yeah, it was lit, bro.
That's what's
It was
up.
lit.
That's
Did he have that backpack on him?
Nah.
He ain't going in the backpack on.
He ain't going to the backpack.
He
on,
big in the
but
bag, man.
When he pulled the money out, though, he'd hit me with the little sound effects, like, you know how he do, yeah.
So he was money made
Yeah,
that
he was
day.
clowning, man. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like, I was on the phone with him before I pulled up on him the first time, and he's like, "Yo, man, how you doing? I got a couple heads for you, man. I'll give you $300 a piece." And I'm just like, bruh, I'm on my way. Like, right now. Like, I'm already walking out the door. Like, where y'all at? They sent me the address. I pulled up on them, and we just did it like that. And then
With 2 heads, you cut 2 heads.
it was two. Yeah, he got
Two heads, got 3
two sons.
pieces. That's
You know
all
what I'm
right
saying?
there.
Yeah.
And then we linked up again a few months later. This time he pulled up on me because it was just easier for him. They had to go to some interview that they were doing with Hollywood Unlocked. So they ended up pulling up on me at my private studio, which was crazy. And ever since then, my mindset's just been going crazy. Like, I was already confident, but that took me like
Jet
over the
fuel,
roof.
huh?
Jet
That puts you on the
Jet
money
fuel.
team.
That put me,
fuel.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Like I might as well be.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So what, you shaved his head and
No, it was for his kids. Like,
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't for him. He was on my shoulder though the whole time. Like you would, like it was a serious matter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was making sure that this was done the right way. And I mean, he had every right to. The way he was paying, I was cool with it.
Yeah.
But it was real cool. You know, get to pick his brain real quick. Come to find out, me and him got the same birthday.
What?
You know what I mean? So I'm looking at his characteristics, and I'm like, yo, I act low key just like
now
him.
what's
You know what I mean?
What's your birthday?
February 24th. Shout out
okay.
to all the Pisces out there. Floyd, what up?
Yeah. Okay.
So you perform well under that pressure? Because a lot of people
Honestly,
fold, man.
I think I do, bro. I really think I do because I'm the type of person like I'm not about to shy away from nothing. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
I feel like I've always, for me, I've always been that dude that was smaller or skinnier or just whatever. I was always like out of the mix already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Already counted out. So like when you grow up like that, you always got like a chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean? So when pressure like that come around, I just embrace it. Like I think I become like even more when that pressure, when
That's
that
right.
spotlight comes on. You know, you gotta just really take it on.
Said either bust pipes or make diamonds. Man.
Period. You know what I'm
There
saying?
go.
Which one you gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So man, I seen you been real active. You know, I
Yeah,
seen
you know, trying to stay-
pictures, Dwight Howard and
Oh
everything.
yeah,
So
trying
I
to
see-
stay with it. I just linked
see.
up with my boy Dwight recently while he was out here in LA, and I also just recently linked up with my boy Amari Cooper from the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know they gonna move to Vegas soon, so they trying to get it in while they still out here in Oakland.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was
Top
cool.
barber. He been top barber.
Man, that's the name of the brand, you know what I'm saying? But we all top barbers, and that's why I created the brand. It's not just me. There's so many people that are doing it, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whether they have the platform to really display it like that, or whether they're getting the exposure that they feel like they deserve, this is why I created this brand. This is for us. We all do this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like anybody that is in this barber game and takes it serious, they can be whatever they want to be in this game. Like, you don't have to always look over your shoulder with jealousy or envious thoughts. So like looking at the next dude, like that could be you too. You just
Yeah.
gotta want it. You know what I mean? You gotta
Got
really,
to, huh?
you gotta know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just. It's like starting your car up and you don't know where you're going. You're just gonna be driving in circles. You wasting gas. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know your destination. And I think that's the difference between what barbers need to really look at as far as like moving forward in their
Yeah.
career, because everybody talks about it, but it's like, what are you really gonna do to make it get to that point? You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah.
some point you got to zip that mouth up and get to work. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
All
all
day.
it's about.
All day. So you said you paid attention to the cut game, all the episodes.
Bruh.
What's your favorite episode so far?
So I mean, it's got to be mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, I already know yours. You know, but
You
besides,
already know.
you know what I'm saying.
Nah,
Besides,
but
the BJ Kutz
besides the
episode.
BJ Kutz episode, you know, I always, whenever DL speak, man, it's like it's a serious matter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out to DL.
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect
bro,
for
what's
DL.
up
You know
with
what I'm saying? Like I haven't really gotten to talk to him on the level that I would like to yet,
Mm-hmm.
but DL, that's somebody that I definitely look up to. I thought his episode was really cool. I like the episodes that you do where you kind of like break things down, like it'll be like a top 5 or something.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know how you really put that down, but like those are cool too. Like I like those.
Yeah,
top fives are dope.
I wish I could film them boys, but I be putting them boys out like 5 in the morning sometimes,
okay.
6 in the morning.
Just in your bag.
I'm just like, you know what? I got to give it to the people because it's something every week. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of like the educational portion of the
Yeah.
podcast. You know, of the show. Even though we do throw them on YouTube, they don't really have a visual to it, but that's the educational portion. You know, and right here, this is just that good. You know, different perspective portions, because I know, you know, I can get my perspective all day, but I like to give opportunity for other barbers to get their perspective, like Bj Kutz, you
That's
know,
what's up.
because you
That's
know the feedback I got from your episode,
Yeah.
everybody's like, that right there, that's a wise young man. You know, he got a
Damn,
lot
that's
of
what's up.
knowledge. That's a knowledgeable person.
That's
Your
what's up.
episode, a lot of people liked the information. They really did. You know, that's the
dope.
feedback that we were getting. You know, and I got personally. You know,
That's
they
what's
really
up.
liked the episode. Even my brother, he was like, "Hey, I like the episode with that dude with the big ass arms." You know what I'm saying? So you know, I was just like, you know, so that was a, you know, you gave out some good information. You know,
That's what's up, man.
So you know,
you created a dope platform to do it, man. Like if you didn't come up with this like I'm telling you, I'm the type of dude. I already watch interviews 24/7.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club, Drink Champs. even Joe Budden's podcast. Like, I watch all of those, you know what I'm saying, while
Yeah.
I'm cutting, either that or listening to music or watching TV and stuff. So it's like, when you came out with this, I was like, yeah, this is going to go somewhere. This is going to be like the Breakfast Club for the barbers.
All day,
So when
all
you
day.
called me, I was like, yo, I already knew what you was about to tell me. I was like, all right, bro, I'm there. Just let me know what time and I'm there. You feel
Now
me?
look, to the viewers and listeners out there, we are looking for our Angela Yee. You know what I'm saying? A little,
Shout out Angela
little-
Yee.
I'm talking about somebody
femininity,
really,
you know.
Shout out
really
Angela
bring
Yee.
something to the table. But we looking for our Angela Yee to come here, you know, either weekly or whenever she can, but really give a female perspective, you know. So that's what we're looking on right now. I got a few females in mind right now, but, you know, got to have your mind right. So, you know, we still in the interviewing process right now, you know. So, BJ, what your people say about your episode?
Oh man, they were digging it, bro. They were treating me like a superstar after that. Like, they were really loving it. Like, I'll play it. Like, say I haven't showed it to one of my clients, even though all my coworkers, they probably hear it all the time because I play it. But
Yeah.
I'll run it back again. Like, oh, you ain't see the episode? Oh yeah, you got to see it. It's a cut.
Yeah.
And they be tripping out. They be like, yeah, I've never seen something like this before. And I'm like, yeah, man, my man's Groom City, he putting cut game on the map. Like, it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah,
Feedback was crazy.
Cause man, we left this studio. You know, we was out there in Vegas, and man, we about to stay leaving the studio.
So
with
y'all
it,
graduating,
you know?
man.
It's like
Y'all got y'all mic game up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all new setup, man. Y'all traveling with it like the cut game. Y'all graduating. Y'all doing big things out here, man.
Hey, no lie, the Cut Game, just the podcast and the YouTube channel, that's just a portion of the vision. That's just a portion of the vision. You know, that's just getting some legs up under us. You know, it's so much we got in store. You know, the team been growing, positive feedback, and we bringing some real applicable game for y'all. So I know y'all been getting an increase on what y'all got going on in this barber game. You know, because I mean, my man right here, movement is crazy. I don't speak about my movement, but in this season, we are going to have maybe my boy Mathis going to do an interview with me, so I can share with you guys, keep
That'd
you
be
guys up
dope.
to
Yeah.
date, because
That'd be dope.
Versatile.
I'm
We got
out
a lot
here
of
moving
game.
too, you know.
We
But
got a lot of game.
Yeah,
and then Tone out there killing.
Yeah, what
Tone
up,
out there
Tone?
Big
killing.
Tone.
I just lay in the cut, man. I
Just chilling in the cut.
You know
When
what I mean?
You stay on that jet fuel, though.
When Tone's out there doing his 6-figure situation, he has that little small time, and he dedicate that to us and kick it with us. So man, we thank you, Tone. You know, for donating your
Tone.
time. You know,
Oh man, it's all about the cut game, baby.
you know what I'm saying, for real. Matt,
Man, what's going on? See?
hey, this is
Groom
like my
City.
cousin right here, for real. You know, but
Yeah,
Matt,
man. I'm loving it, man, because like he said, we're moving forward in this. We're not just sitting there burning rubber. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just to have a smoke show.
Yeah.
Make it loud. We're actually doing this. A lot of people have our back. This is a beautiful platform you created. I'm very happy to be a part of it.
all day.
Yeah.
Hey, we was up in Vegas.
Clowning.
Matt just broke off. He was really
He gave
getting
me
it
some jet
in. You
fuel,
know what I'm
man. That's
saying?
what had happened was.
He was on. Hey, bro, you was out there really on your newscaster tip.
Man,
He was
real.
breaking it down too.
it was easy.
Yeah.
It was just like being in a big old barbershop, man.
It
You know,
was.
talking to some of my favorite barbers and just chopping it up about their apparel and their skills and things like that. It wasn't hard at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, that's what's up.
It
That's
was
what's
on,
up.
man. I would look forward to that. That was awesome.
So BJ,
Yes, sir.
what you got going on new? You know that you can.
Right now,
You know what I'm saying? We want to get some exclusive information. Just the Cut Game Radio Show.
Cut
What you
Game
got
Radio
exclusive for us?
well, right now, as you can see, we got the hats lined up right now.
Yes, sir.
Working on this Top Barber brand. It's
Yes,
a baby
sir.
right now, but I'm the proud father of this baby. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm gonna nurture it and I'm gonna watch it grow, and I'm gonna have a lot of dope stuff for y'all. I'm gonna sponsor y'all. Y'all gonna have all the newest gear every time we drop something. Right now, we got the snapbacks.
Yeah.
Y'all can stay tuned for the t-shirts, the hoodies. I'm even coming out with men's robes. That's an exclusive right there.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
how can they get
robes.
this?
I got the website on www.topbarberbrand.com,
TopBarberBrand.com.
or you could just reach out to me personally. Hit me. I got you.
Yeah. Hey, the quality of the hats is fire.
Appreciate it,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? I see you signed one for us
Man,
earlier today.
Man, hey,
so we got that
salute
autographed
to Groom
BJ
City,
hats. You
because
know,
that's the first time I
Yeah.
signed anything.
he gonna send us one in the mail, and it wasn't even
Definitely
signed or
not.
nothing. I was like, hold on, before we start this interview, you got to sign that boy. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Yo.
you know, make it unique to the Cut Game.
That's what's up, bro.
You
I
know.
appreciate that for real. But overall, just trying to get better every day. That's what I'm working on. Like I told you in my first episode, I'm never satisfied. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what I do. Like, I gotta get better. If I
Yeah.
do something super dope, I gotta do something even doper tomorrow. Like, I can never rest on something that I did. It's all about what I'm doing or what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So on some like deep Bj Kutz philosophication.
Right.
Can you drop something deep? I'm talking about where, you know what I'm saying, somebody might even think it's so weird the way you view your barbering. You know what I mean? Do you got some like...
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm real crazy when it comes to this, man. Like, I'm my biggest critique. I don't care about any other barber's comments about what I got going on. Like, I absolutely have no care for it. I'm my biggest critique. Like, I got hundreds of pictures in my phone that I've never posted because there's one thing about it that I don't like, and nobody else can see it but me. But that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm very particular about everything, even as far as the way I post pictures, like how I put them together and the way I sequence them and all that. Like I'm just very, very OCD-ish, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this cut game. But I thank God for this cut game, bro. Like this cut game really helped me out. Like I was a knucklehead when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I was able to snap out of it by the time I got to high school. And when I got to high school, I was playing sports, so I had a whole new focus, and I was able to cut my teammates up, and that's what sparked the whole journey. And it's crazy because I never thought that I was going to get this far in this cut game. But
it was crazy. You got so much more in store.
So much
you know
to
what
do.
I'm
saying? God willing. There's a whole lot to do. You know what I mean?
It's just
we about to get to it. We about to get to it. I'm excited. Like I'm honestly genuinely happy, bro. Like when it comes to my career, when it comes to my life, just growing up, like I'm no longer a little boy. I'm a man now. Like I'm just happy. You know what I mean? I'm real happy now. Like everything is moving forward. Salute to all the barbers. There's a lot of barbers that I look up to. Especially the Philly barbers. I don't know. They're my favorite barbers. Like I'm not from Philly. I've never been to Philly, but I definitely keep up with their work.
Now, how do you handle when barbers throw shade at you?
When barbers throw shade at me?
How you handle the shade?
If it's not to my face, I'm not saying nothing to it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If they say it to me,
because you know shade
comes
management.
In so many
you know what I mean? Is important for a man.
Important. It's very
shade management. You know what I'm saying?
This is the cut game. In this cut game, you gotta have thick skin. Like that's what they taught me in football. Like our coaches used to talk shit about us so much. Like you gotta have some thick skin to be a barber because you're gonna run into comments and critiques and all, like,
especially on social media.
It's starting
to look like World Star in those comment sections.
So it's one of those things. You got to be numb to it, bro. You have to honestly kill them with success. You got to be able. You got to have a lot of self-control to not even feed into it, because once you feed into it, you become exactly what they are. You know what I'm saying? You're now on their level. You're now in the same bracket as them. So if somebody threw shade at me, personally, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna just laugh about it because there's nothing that anybody can tell me.
So shade management, number one, you gotta laugh at it.
Laugh at it, man. Enjoy it, because if they gotta throw shade at you, you gotta think to yourself, that means for one, they know who you are.
Right.
Two, they know what you're doing. And three, they all up in your mix. Like, why they in your mix?
You must be shining because they
trying to dim that light a little bit.
So what's the difference between shade and constructive criticism?
Okay, shade is, how can I put this? Somebody look at your haircut and be like, "Oh, I like the design, but the fade weak."
Right.
That's shade. Constructive criticism would be like, "Listen, you doing your thing, but when you get to this part of the cut, make sure you want to blend this a little bit more." That's constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying?
We get it, but take that. It's kind of hard to put that in words when you're doing it in comments. Like in person, I would get that. Definitely. But you read in comments.
I'm gonna say shade usually is when somebody taking a shot at your character.
Right.
You know, when they taking a shot at your character. You know, so it's not really what you doing, how you doing it. Is you.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that's when people throw shade because people start questioning your character, you know.
True.
And that's what they want people to do is question your character, or they want them to question why they may be attracted to whatever you got going on or feeling whatever you got going on. So they want to throw an interference on that. You know, that's what that shade is. Shade management. We're going to come up with a whole
shade management.
We're going to come up with a whole section.
Top five ways to have shade management.
Shade management.
Nah, because for real, you got to have thick skin. You're not going to survive in this cut game if you don't have thick skin, because it's going to come. They going to say it to your face. They going to say it behind your back.
And I'm going to tell you what's successful about shade is it has a little bit of truth. It might have a lot of bit of truth, you know, but it got rat poison in it. You know what I'm saying? It got it's poisonous in there. So that's why you're able to accept it, because it has that little bit of truth. But that's just a little.
And like BJ said, most barbers are their own worst critics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it ain't nothing that somebody else can tell a barber that they ain't told themselves. You know what I mean. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's how. I'm just saying that's how that shade be working to the shade thrower's advantage. Is that they like, for real? They like. Well, I know this has a little bit of truth to it, so if I say that, but wrap my opinion in there, or wrap that little poisonous message on it, it's gonna be effective. People gonna take hold to it, you know. But they can't come with a blatant lie.
They just bored, man. They gotta find something to do, man. Go cut somebody up.
Go cut some hair, man.
Bored, and it can come from insecurities. You know what I'm saying? People not secure in themselves, you know, and just hatred.
What y'all think about barbers having their barber page on private? What y'all think about?
I never understood that.
I never really understood.
I noticed it's usually the younger barbers that do that, or it's trolls. If I see that, I'll say you're a troll.
Like, I can understand your personal page being private, you know what I'm saying? But if it's your barber page, I never got into that. Like, I automatically can't even think about requesting to follow you if I can't see anything. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's just one of those things. Like, we got to stop doing that. Like,
if I ever see a little funny comment, like if I see a dope haircut or maybe an alright haircut on Barbershop Connect, I see a little funny comment. Every time I just check it, the barber's page on private. So I think it's just a way to troll.
That's another,
just a way to troll. That's it, because
it's a waste of time.
So some,
negative stuff. But what about the positive? We all in the social media. You got any favorite barbers that you follow?
Yeah, definitely. No particular order, and I know I'm gonna forget some people, so forgive me. But off the top of the head, who I could think about that inspires me on a daily basis, Wizzy the barber.
Oh, he got hands.
Hands.
Toot the barber.
Hands.
Van the Goat. Hey, and I'm saying their Instagram names.
Hey, Toot got cut game too.
Yeah, Toot is my dog.
Toot got cut game. We gonna have Toot on the show.
Y'all gotta get Toot. I sent Toot one of my hats. He's definitely part of the brand. Yeah, Toot is the man. Who else can I say? Out of LA, my dog Trey the barber.
Okay.
He at a Cut Above Barbershop. TK the barber. You got Enzo Kutz. You got JC the barber. Who else do I look up to? I look up to a lot of people, man. Like Groom City, I look up to you. I just met you. I'm gonna get into your work. But my favorite section where haircuts come out of is Philly. I don't know what it is about they style.
That's where Wizzy from, right?
Wizzy,
Philly got some. Got some. What about you, Matt?
Pretty much the same, man. Honestly,
for real.
I'm gonna keep mine in the hometown, though, man.
I feel you.
Like if it was a Mount Rushmore of Barbers, of course DL will be up there. And I'm not saying this because I'm sitting next to this dude. Got hands right here. He'll be up there. Groom City will definitely be up there.
Thank you.
Var the barber. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Hey, I would have to throw Wiz up there.
Wiz is dope. Wiz is hard.
Hey, I'm gonna say Kenny Duncan.
Kenny D. Yeah.
Kenny Duncan is. Sure. I see him. He's in there. Technician.
For sure.
He's a technician, for real. Technically sound, barber, OG. You can see it in the product.
Yeah.
You can see OG-ness in a product. I see good haircuts out there, and I can see OG in the cut. I can't even explain it, but I promise I can tell when a good haircut was done by OG versus just done by your standard barber, because there's certain techniques that it's like a transitional techniques that you can see within the fade. You know what I'm saying? Transition from like old school techniques, new school techniques. It's like a transitional look, and pretty much it's hard for me to see a new barber producing. But I can't explain it though. It's just something I can see in the cut, and that's just what it is, But right now we're gonna take a brief commercial break. We're gonna come back with more My Family. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back more to the family Cut Game Radio Show.
Season 2, baby.
Hi, everybody out there, man. This is Rado the Barber. For real, man. Y'all got to check out my man, Groom City, and the whole clique, man. The Cut Game. You know what I'm saying? Good peoples, you know what I'm saying? Good vibe. And at the end of this, that's what it's about. And they're always looking out for people. My man. And you better not try to battle me either.
Hey, we back on the Cut Game Radio Show. We back from our break. We got Bj Kutz. We got Mathis.
Sir.
So what's up? Matt,
What's going on, man?
Man, what's up, man?
Man, I'm just loving this cut game. That's all, man. And BJ, I really appreciate your brand, man.
Yeah,
It's
appreciate you for showing your support, man. I appreciate it.
So you gonna let me get one of these hats or what?
I got you, though.
You got me?
I got you.
That's right.
Man, what's the craziest thing you done did in your private studio? You know what I'm saying, so far? Any
Man.
parties you done had an after party?
Nah,
after the
I
after party?
ain't had no parties in the private studio yet, but in my old barbershop, it had gone down in the old barbershop before. We done had a couple parties at that one.
Talk about barbershop after dark.
Talk about after hours. You feel me? The after hours. Like, we went to the club. Once the club was over, we like, yo, where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? And it's like, yo, let's go to the shop. Like,
go back to the shop.
And we at the shop I worked at, it was a big shop. So like, we had an upstairs
So
lounge
y'all had
area.
a baby condo.
Bro, what? We had like a little. It was popping.
Yeah.
I think all shops have that after party.
Yeah, you got to every so
Man.
often. You know, as long as you keep it after hours, man, you deserve it, man.
You got the same share in your new shop than you did at your old shop.
No, not yet.
Okay, so let's talk about the old shop share.
Okay.
Did you smash in that thing?
Ooh, you getting real.
Yeah, I smashed in the shop.
Oh!
I had to.
That's crazy.
You know,
Hey, on the low, I think every barber's utilized their share for smashing,
every barber
man.
done done at least once.
At least
If
one
they ain't
time.
try to flex with their chair, man. How else what you gonna flex with? You know what I'm saying? You can't do much with the clippers on the female unless you get the undercut.
You know.
So you gotta flex with the chair one time.
Matt, you saying it like
Man sound like
Hey,
a
you had
pro.
to
Like he been there.
hey, you had to replace a chair because
Hey, man, that's what I said. I gotta go to the old chair. I ain't gonna bring no dirt up on my new chair. That's my baby, man.
That's dope.
hey,
But I done broke a few footstools and,
Yep.
you know.
nah, that's he
You know, the cut game after dark. You know what I
said
mean?
footstool.
He done replaced a couple footstools.
You know.
Nah, that's what's up.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, Matt.
What's happening, Bob? I mean, this is the cut game. We supposed to
cut game.
educate on this,
The
man.
cut game goes
Tee off on
in.
that one.
Hey,
Ain't no limits on the cut game.
No limits, man. Real
so
jet
do
fuel.
you have that affected your business? You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of the victims that's been in your chair have been the little
probably
kids,
had the
mamas that you
kids.
cut.
I learned that early in my barber career.
Yeah,
What's up?
Man, I don't mess with the
Okay.
kids'
Yeah,
mom, man.
wow.
They expect free cuts after that. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think they can wait. And it is just obvious. Everybody, man, you hit that.
My
huh?
man's speaking from the full on experience right
So
now.
they got standing appointments now.
Man, he's gonna walk in and expect that kid to get right with no money
Right in the
the day
chair.
before Easter.
Man,
Come on, man.
at 5 o'clock, like
Come on, man. Yeah, I learned early in my career. I don't do that no more, man.
that's
And plus, I'm married now anyway. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Hey, you know it's cold game.
What's a cold game, man? What you over there reminiscing?
Nah. No, because in my mind, I'm like, I don't feel like getting no extra emails. Man.
so what y'all think about unlicensed barbers?
I think an unlicensed barber is depend on his age.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to get a pass to the young barber that's unlicensed, and you got to get a pass to the old barber that's unlicensed.
True.
But that in between,
Yeah.
with your able body, you gotta get them hours. You gotta do that, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
And at the end of the day, you know, I think it take away from your man. You know, man just got popular 6 years ago. For real, I learned that in Vegas. You know, Cat broke it down. You know, that metrosexuals came in real quick. It interfered with man. You know, but man just got popular, and it's a lot of cats that hasn't all the way operated in a 100% situation. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, that gotta affect you as a man when you're not licensed and you have to be at a shop. I wouldn't say against your will, but you pigeonhole. You know, you ain't got no choices. To me, a man is gonna be in a position to where he can operate and maneuver
Freely.
and travel on how he ever feels like it. Not on some, can you please let me work here? I happen to be unlicensed. You got to come with a whole disclaimer.
Yeah.
That's not man. You
I
know,
feel
that's
that.
not man rules. You know, a man is gonna have limited amounts of disclaimers about him. You know, you're not gonna walk around with excuses. You're not gonna be walking around for no handouts or nothing like that.
Nothing
you know.
like that.
So
at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is an excuse. It's nothing to go out there and get your license, man. Yeah. It really ain't, especially if you're making a little money. And it's kind of like driving, man. Before I got my driver's license, I was driving. But when I turned 16, on my birthday, I was at the DMV getting my license. It just felt better. And since then, my license has been suspended and stuff like that. You try to get away with it, but it's no better feeling just to know you good and smooth, man.
Because I got to go back just a little bit. When I had a shop with 7 chairs, I had unlicensed activity. And I didn't fully respect those individuals. I didn't treat them and mistreat them wrong, but I just didn't fully respect them because I feel like it's honor, you know. Yeah. It's virtual. It's a horizontal honor, and it's vertical honor. You know. So horizontal honor is when we all went through the same steps and achieved the same prize. You know. So you went to school, got your license. You went to school, you got your license. I went to school. I don't care if you got your license yesterday. I don't care if I had mine 40 years. You know, we got that horizontal honor. Exactly. You know.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Gibson, by the way.
Yeah.
American Barber.
But see, if you didn't go through those steps, regardless of whatever your excuses is, it's hard to get that person horizontal honor. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really it's not paid. You can't really pay that to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like we all lawyers. Whether you've been practicing law 1 month, I've been practicing law X amount of years. This person's a paralegal. You know, so when us lawyers is up here chopping it up, a paralegal know a little bit about law. You know what I'm saying? Paralegal could have worked up under some of the greatest lawyers for years. But at the end of the day, we close the door and us lawyers got to talk. You know, that 2-day-old lawyer walk past the paralegals. He come into that room. You know, he can come into that room. He can practice law legally. So it's kind of like that, you know. And then you can go from horizontal honor to vertical honor. You know, and that's when you can just rise up, you know. So that's what I break it down. You know, that's a little take on unlicensed activities. It's just hard to really have that horizontal honor to a person that's operating without a license, you know, straight. That's just what it is. You know?
On the grid, off the grid.
Makes sense the way you broke it down. Yeah. The age bracket, you just got to match up. If they match, like I know one of my youngins right now, shout out Kutz by Toby. He's a young barber, you know what I'm saying? Fresh on the scene. I'm pretty sure he ain't got no L's right now. I don't even know if he's in school yet, but the hustle's there, you know what I'm saying? I know he's studying the game. I know he's watching other people, and I know he's starting to build his little, he's in college right now. I know he's starting to build his little thing up. Yeah. So, like, situations like that, you can understand it, but when you, like, in the game heavy and you repping all this stuff, but deep down you don't have certain things cleared up, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, when people are aware of that, it's hard for them to have that horizontal honor about you.
Do they know the consequences of not having a license?
They
if you
know.
Get caught by the board?
They know. Everybody know the consequences of everything.
A few of them that ran a few times, you know. They know. They know.
You know,
it's crazy.
You think we should shed some light for the people out there who don't know the consequences from the barber's perspective and the owner's perspective?
From what I know that if they catch you the first time, I believe it's a warning. You still get a fine.
I got fines from unlicensed. I think I did every mistake a barber has ever made. I made them, you know. And I had a shop unlicensed activity. I got fined twice. It's $1,000 straight up. It's $1,000
first time.
And I don't know what the second time was.
I know they shut you down the third time, don't they?
Shoot, I don't know. I just
ain't
know.
Let it get to that point.
Yeah. You know, and I want to go back to on unlicensed activities. I know on this show we speak a lot about off the grid and on the grid, and on the grid is by choice, and off the grid is by choice. You know, if you unlicensed and you know having your situation off the grid, that's not by choice, you know. So that's not a choice that you made. That's just some due to circumstance, you know. If I go cut off the grid, that's my choice to go cut off the grid, and I can go cut on the grid, you know. And so I don't want too many people to get confused with the off the grid on the grid, you know? And on the Cut Game Radio Show, we celebrate you going out there and building up your off the grid relationships and getting you some off the grid money, because the underground economy always exists. So we want you to have your art form and tap into that underground economy with your art form and extract income out of it. But if you don't have no license, you doing that by circumstance. You know, I don't care how well you're doing this, by circumstance. That's why I was going back to on some man stuff. You know, you're not making that choice. You know, us licensed barbers, we can make that choice. And that's the difference between on and off the grid. So tomorrow I got some off the grid work. and I choose to go get that hotel call money.
Go get that bag, brother.
As you should.
Yeah.
And once I'm done with that hotel call, I'm taking myself back to the shop, and I'm getting that on the grid money. State board coming in there, I'm shaking their hand.
Right.
I'm giving them the respect that they would like to have, because they about to go through the shop and try to see what violations I got, and then when they leave, I'm gonna get the little clipboard, sign it, and they're gonna be off. I'm not running. You're not gonna take a picture of me fleeing the building, none of that.
Right.
And so all my unlicensed barbers out there, whether you young or old, take care of that. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy to go to school, but I had to go back to school in my adult life to get my cosmetology license. So at the end of the day, I don't really have no sympathy for it. Because that's something I had to do.
That's way different.
And it's just something I wanted both licenses, so that's just something I had to do, and I experienced it recently. So y'all gotta go. You gotta go to school, tough it out. After that, you had that horizontal honor that you deserve, straight up.
Like you said, it's not hard. It's not easy either. But once you figure out that's what you want to do, you've already done the hard part. Now you got to just go do it. Because they got it to where you can work your hours out. You can only go, certain times a week. It's really no excuse if that's something you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's real. No excuse, But do you.
There it is there.
I ain't gonna judge it. Do you.
Yep.
But I can't help the fact that it's hard to respect somebody who didn't go through the trials and trenches like we all did.
Yeah. And especially now with the internet ages, you can actually get on your phone and click barber colleges, and a million of them will pop up. There's really no excuse, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
you can do internships,
all kind of stuff.
all type of stuff, man. If a cat don't want it, that's because a cat don't want to do it, and he out there eating. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need that license. You're gonna hit a wall or ceiling, whatever it is, and that ceiling is gonna say license. You need this license. And I rather whatever obstacles, I rather have some obstacles in your way that just random, but I wouldn't, if it's an obstacle that I can take care of myself, I'd rather figure out, buckle down, and knock that out. Because life gonna throw a gang of stuff at you. I don't want to throw stuff at myself.
It's already.
Or create roadblocks for myself.
No need.
Yeah, so that's just what that is.
So you say you like the top 5 segment of the show, right?
I do.
You got any top 5s for us, like favorite clippers?
I'm a wall fanatic, so for sure the wall senior. I use the wall magic, wall detailer. The Andis Masters are lit. Slime Pros, those are hard.
You said slime.
What's it called?
I'm a fan of Noriega. He said the slime pros.
Oh.
I like that though. Them slim lines. I know the slim.
Oh, okay.
But he said
I
them slimes.
I called them slime.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
not
dope
hard
name,
though.
I got to get on the magic clips. Everybody talking about. I still ain't used
They
them
cool.
yet.
They cool. I'm just a wall fanatic. Whatever wall come through with, I'm gonna use it. You know what I mean? At some point.
That's
what about you? What's your top 5?
I'm old school, man. I'm an Andes dude. Andes
all the way.
Masters.
I mean, Andes T-liner for me for sure.
T-liners, yeah. I still use the Ulsters.
Okay.
76.
Yeah.
Hey, that Ulster Octane a bad clipper.
Yeah.
That's a bad clipper.
Yeah.
Ulster
That's
outdid
classic.
themselves. And fast
That's
feed, you
classic
not no
right
fan
there.
of the fast feed?
Yeah, the fast feeds.
I got the Andes version.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It's a fast feed
clip
or it's
on-
not a fast feed.
Oh, no. You talking about the Ulsters. No, but Andes do got a version of
I know,
that.
but that fast feed,
I ain't got the
I use
fast
the fast feeds. but
that's
cool.
that. That's
cool.
that. I love that clipper,
Yeah, they
bro.
smooth.
That's not my primary clipper, but my secondary clipper all day.
Yeah.
When I need a different look, a different shot, a different feel, I'm going for the fast feed all day.
That's what's up.
What y'all think about barbers cutting for the fame?
For the fame,
Yeah.
I don't knock it because you know why? It's like a bunch of platform setups for you to monetize your fame.
Mm-hmm.
So if you cutting for the fame to monetize it, so be it. But at the end of the day, what's your definition of fame?
Exactly.
How many likes you get.
Exactly.
When you walk down the street, people
Exactly.
get mad.
Now you looking for another man's approval. That's not man.
Yeah, it's not man.
That's not man. You know.
Oh, that's the new term, huh?
Yeah, that's not man.
That's
you know?
not man. All right.
You know, you shouldn't want to look for. Now, I can see you trying to look for approval of like a big brother type figure in your life or a father figure. You know what I'm saying? Even your peers. You know.
Right.
But not really looking for approval. Because then you in a situation where somebody like, they doing you like that. You know, that's not man.
I feel that.
At the end of the day, you should be focused on what you got.
Cutting hair is a passion-driven thing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, if you're doing it to fame to monetize it, you're trying to get money off of it, then I get that. Yeah. But whatever your motivation is, as long as you're motivated. So if you're motivated to do good at cutting hair, to be famous, cool. But if you're motivated for the money, cool. But it should all be, the foundation should be passion.
Exactly. That's the only thing that's going to keep you going all the way through. I know so many people that hopped into the barber game like, I can make fast money. You realize that those same barbers that you don't see them in 5 years, 10 years, they don't last. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but hey, I've been told by some OGs though, is that barbering only represents a small percentage of the beauty industry. Just the service portion of the beauty industry, I even heard is 5%. Wow. So once we have that time in where we're servicing, we're supposed to do other things. Whether it's products. It can be fragrances. It can be clothing. Whatever it is, you have to get access to that 95% of the pie. And a lot of times, barbers, we love it so much, we feel like the service portion is the 100% of the pie. And I mean, there's so much if you think about it, celebrities, when they gain some type of celebrity, they go to the beauty industry. Soon Justin Bieber got big. I seen the cologne in the damn store. Puff Daddy ate off that. He was on a jet ski with a tuxedo spraying cologne on. You know what I'm saying? He was winning. But at the end of the day, that beauty industry, that's even Beckham. David Beckham went straight to the beauty industry. Colognes and different type of attire and stuff like that. It's just we get caught up in the service portion of the industry, and I'm not gonna knock it, but at the end of the day, it's access to 95% of that pie you can go chew on,
And that's why I like going to those hair conventions, battles and things like that. Like we just came back from Vegas. You realize how big the industry is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You realize how many different opportunities you can make for yourself, other than just being behind the chair. You did. So
if you go to one of those shows and you don't come back inspired, you weren't looking at anything, you know what I mean? Right. Your eyes was closed the whole time or something, because those shows was meant to inspire. Like every time I go, my mind goes crazy. Like there's just that the possibilities are endless, you know what I mean? Like so many things that you can do, and there's a lot of motivational speaking and stuff like that. Like stuff like that, we need that every so often.
And there's some beautiful, beautiful women at those shows too.
Definitely.
My God.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I had to throw that in there. It is the beauty industry, right?
Yeah. They definitely. I mean, you see it. You see the representation soon when you go to one of those trade shows. I mean, you see it out the gate. Especially at like IBS or International Salon and Spa Expo. So when you see that, you see stuff that come out the salons and you see stuff that come out the spa, and it's exposed. It's exposed. You seeing that. Soon you go to them shows, but I mean, what I like about going to those shows is it gives me a glimpse that this is a $1 billion industry.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely multi-million-dollar industry. For sure. But it lets you see certain brands, they spend $10,000 on their stage, just for a couple days.
Right.
Lets me know, like, oh yeah, this little spin in my chair in the barbershop, I'm not gonna knock it, but there's a whole nother world out there, and it's something unique about every individual that's unique to the world, and people would like to share it. See,
that's what's so dope about this platform you've created.
Oh, the Cut Game
Radio Show. Cut Game Radio Show. Salute.
We giving y'all access to, like I said earlier, many different perspectives. And this just to get our foot in the door. It's so much more for the Cut Game Radio Show. For real.
I think a lot of barbers, they box themselves in their comfort zones.
Yeah.
And they don't allow themselves to grow. Like around the first times I started going to those barber battles, like my mind was open to so many different things, and it's not even like you don't know about it already, but when you see something, it just hits you a little bit harder than when you just hear about it or someone tells you about it. Like, my mind's been open to so many things with these battles, like especially the exotics hair battles are the ones that I've been to the most. I haven't been to too many others besides that particular one. So shout out Curtis Smith.
Man,
Kurt.
Going back, man, we covered that show. We did an amazing job.
I tried to keep up with it.
We covered it.
I tried to
bro.
keep up with it. I looked at it at the shop.
Yeah, we covered, man. We interviewed people walking around. We chopped it up with some of the biggest names.
Shout out
in
Pacinos.
the
I saw that.
Y'all biggest names in barbering, and we really got some good nuggets. We got some good cut game, and
we provided the sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Cut game is the sauce. Everybody that come on this show, you know, their job is to share some type of nuggets, but cut game is the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Cut game is the sauce, gravy. You know, this is what it is. You know, that's what it is. We that gravy, you know, that keep everything together. We smother in the barber industry. That's
BJ got the sauce too, man. You're a young man. You mentioned that you got somebody up under you.
BJ
You're already someone's mentor.
BJ is the flavor.
That's dope, man. You got your brand cracking,
man.
So, what do you see yourself going from here? It's like you on the path already to success. Like, where do you see that finish line at, if there's a finish line at all?
God willing, I see myself owning multiple barbershops.
Okay.
I see myself doing seminars and classes.
That's what's up.
And I just see myself growing this brand on a fashion tip to on a level that nobody's ever really seen before, you know, because I feel like ever since I've been wearing my brand, my clientele has gone up. Everywhere that I go, they already know what I do. Yeah. I don't even have to say nothing anymore. Like, they already know what I do. So now that I do say something, it's like icing on the cake. Like, you doing real demand for sure now. So with this brand, what I see myself doing, I just want to change the game however I can. I feel like we all are geniuses in our own way, and we just have to really embrace it, you know? We just have to really look into what it is that we can do to contribute, because this culture that we're in, I'm blessed to be in this barber game, because from the people that I look up to, that I've seen achieve a lot of success in this game, it's just, the possibilities are endless. And you can, instead of hating, we just got to get motivated. I feel like the barber industry is full of haters. I truly believe so. Like, it's full of a lot of haters. So it's way more negativity than there is positivity. So when I heard about this show, about this radio show, I thought, like, this is what we need. You know what I'm saying? This is the level that we got to get to where we can break down all that stuff. Like how last time we were talking about undercutting and how we got to protect our clientele because other barbers want to be on some other stuff. And it's just like, we shouldn't have to do that. Like, if we really all came together and said, yo, let's start something new. Let's all charge the same amount. Everybody charge $50 or whatever the price is. Everybody charge that set price. There will be no more undercutting. You wouldn't have to worry about, oh man, the dude down the street, he's gonna give my client he's gonna charge him less. You ain't gotta worry about none of that if we were all on the same page. But everybody's trying to come up by bringing the next person down. See, for me, every morning I wake up, I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely excited because I know where I'm going. Like, I know where my finish line is. God willing, I get to do everything that I want to do. The possibilities are endless. I'm trying to do everything that there is in this barber game, you know? And like my man just said, you said I'm a mentor to somebody. Whoever that somebody is, salute, because I got mentors too. You know what I mean? And I don't have any physical mentors like I can pick up the phone and call like that. But I feel like it doesn't have to be on that level for them to be a mentor to you. Like, there's people, they are my mentors and they don't even know it. Right. You know what I mean? Like DL, like Chico Boom, like so many people. Like, I can't name all of them because I can't. But there's so many barbers that have played a role in my career and they have no idea. Angel Ross, Sip the Surgeon, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people. I could go on forever, you know what I mean?
We interviewed Sip.
Is that right? Shout out Sip.
Hey, Sip, we need you on the show, bro. We need you on the show, Sip. For real.
Crazy thing is, all these barbers I'm mentioning, I ain't even met them before. But I just know that
Thank God for technology.
Thank God for technology. Like, they've touched me in a way that it allowed me to really see what's going on. Like, there's this one barber in my city. I saw him cutting a lot of celebrities. And I'm just sitting back, and I'm just like, damn, this dude, he cutting everybody. So, like, instead of hating like a lot of other people would do, I got motivated. Yeah. And I told myself, and people can take this how they want it, I told myself, oh man, if he's doing it, I'm about to do it. Like, that's just how I looked at it. And that's exactly what happened, man. I set a goal when I was 20 years old. I set a goal. I got my barber license at 19, and when I was 20, I told myself, I want to cut. I know I could cut people's hair on TV. Like, I'm looking at hair on TV. I'm like, I know I could do that. Like, that's got to be me. Yeah. So I made that goal at 20, and I just want to tell people, do not ever give up on your goals. Don't lighten up. Don't start reducing what the standard is that you initially had because you see it's not happening. It took me that whole year of 20, I didn't touch one celebrity cut. And I was trying my hardest. I was networking like crazy. I was going out to clubs. I was doing everything, passing out cards. And I still do till this day because no matter what, you can't stop doing that. Yeah. You got to keep hustling. But like, it took that entire year for me to get to that point where I'm like, all right, cool. And then when you finally get something, you can't stop working. You got to even go even harder because now you got to maintain it. So there's just so many different levels. I want to salute every barber that's in the game because y'all might not know it, y'all might not hear it come out of my mouth every day, and I feel like we definitely got to give people their flowers when they can still smell them. Yeah. There's a lot of people in this barber industry that I look up to. Razor Sharp out in Mississippi. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people. I could go on forever. Like, and I know I'm forgetting so many other people. Forgive me, but all of y'all inspire me. Like, for real, they've definitely played a huge role into where I'm at today.
Yeah, so far the return of the Bj Kutz episode, it's been about homage. So we paying homage today.
Yeah, we paying homage. It's a lot.
And here on the Kutz Game Radio Show, when all the barbers, when everything really kick in, we rolling, on all pistons is firing. We want to create a barber culture where instead of undercutting, we uppercut.
There you go. Ooh, there it is.
You find out everybody else charging 40, you charge 50.
Facts.
You charge 50 and you encourage your other brother to charge 50. So let's reverse that. Instead of undercutting, let's uppercut. Mm-hmm. Straight up.
Let's get motivated, man. Instead of hating, get motivated.
All day. All day. Keep raising the bar. Eventually, we should all be at a very comfortable price.
Definitely.
But the rate we going, I ain't gonna lie, the way the haircut pricing is right now,
no, we're good.
It might be the same as it was 10 years ago. I'm talking about across the board.
Oh, okay, across the board.
Across the board.
Like overall.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, it's it's different. I'm talking about like if you were to average it out. If you were to average it out,
it's about $20, $25 across the board.
Probably 25 across the board. Probably 20.
You doing U.S.?
Yeah, just U.S.
Yeah, just U.S.
Yeah, California on the lower end.
Yeah, you think so?
California, I'll say across the board.
Like y'all say, everybody undercutting everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I'm charge you $30.
California is top undercut.
That's crazy. I believe it. I'm in this city. There's a lot of. It's funny. All the barbers that I shouted out, they from different cities. Yeah. Like I rock with LA. LA is my city. 818 is my city. But I've definitely felt like there is a lot of undercutting in my city. There is a lot of hating. There is a lot of negativity, and it really don't need to be like that. There's plenty of bread for all of us. We're all doing our thing. Stop, get motivated. Stop hating. You know what I mean? Straight up, just get motivated.
Yeah, all day uppercut. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Well, we're gonna take another commercial break, and we're gonna come back and hear more with the return of the Bj Kutz episode and my boy Matt, this Kutz Game Radio Show.